I used to look in the mirror and wonder where I went. Menopause didn't just mess with my body, it hijacked my confidence. Sound familiar? Have you felt like your chutzpah, your mojo, and your sparkle have just kind of disappeared? Well, I know exactly what that feels like. This is the story of how I reclaimed me, and how you can too. A few years ago, perimenopause bulldozed my life, bulldozed my confidence. My energy tanked, my career flatlined, and I barely recognized the woman that I had shrunk into being. I felt depressed and in despair, stuck beyond stuck. But then I took a totally unexpected step, and that's changed everything for me. Welcome to the first episode of the Menopause Confidence Comeback series, where I am sharing the real, the raw, and the empowering steps that I took to rebuild my confidence during the chaos of menopause. And if you're feeling like menopause has stolen your sparkle too, you are in exactly the right place. Now I help women over 40 do exactly the same thing. So if weight gain, exhaustion, or just not feeling like yourself anymore has you questioning everything, stick with me. What I learned could change everything for you too. And I'm going to break this all down step by step. So let's dive in. The confidence crash. You know, we talk about hot flushes, the brain fog, the weight gain, but what about this? The quiet but crushing loss of confidence we experience. For me, it crept in slowly. It started with the inability to think clearly and put my words together. And then it culminated in feeling pressured to quit my job because I couldn't function and I could not keep up. We've built families, we've built successful careers, we've stood in front of boardrooms, we've spoken at conferences, we have created these wonderful, successful, confident lives. And we don't even see this coming. We start to doubt ourselves. Basic tasks become overwhelming, focusing becomes impossible, and the normal daily stresses of life seem just like they're too much. Add to that all the physical changes we go through. After gaining 38 pounds in 9 months, as you can guess, my clothes didn't fit at all. How about this sudden onset of body pain? My hips, the bottom of my feet, my shoulders, all of a sudden, like overnight, I felt 103 years old. And I was thinking, is this it? Like, is this what the next 40 years of my life are going to feel like? And the fatigue, overwhelming. For the longest time, I didn't know, and neither did any of my doctors, that what I was experiencing was perimenopause. Looking back, it was this uncertainty and lack of support that created this deep depression I was feeling and this anxiety. And worst of all, my self-worth and my self-confidence evaporated. Have you ever felt like that? Like when you look in the mirror, that the woman looking back at you doesn't resemble you at all? And you become so angry because it feels like your body and your brain have betrayed you. Should I even try new things? Was I too old and too tired? Too tired for sure to reinvent myself. Was I too stupid? Have I lost all of my brain capacity? And let's be real, society doesn't exactly help us through this. We hit midlife and suddenly we are expected to kind of fade into the background. We're dismissed by our doctors. We're given antidepressants instead of them getting to the root of what is going on. Why should we settle for feeling like a shadow of the women that we once were? The turning point, the day I chose me. One day I had a moment, and it wasn't some like grand epiphany. It wasn't, major. It was small, but it was still so, so powerful. And if you've ever been depressed or experienced anxiety before, you know that taking even the smallest steps can feel monumental. And I asked myself, what small thing can I do to move forward and feel better? What if I move forward without knowing all of the steps? And I want to share these with you because if you are feeling stuck like I was, these are the exact steps that helped me to rebuild my confidence. Try any one of these and I think you're going to feel a difference. I call this my confidence comeback blueprint. Confidence isn't something that we find. It's not something that we wait for. It isn't something that we have forever without working on. Confidence is something that we build and grow little step by little step. And I had forgotten that. First is move your body with purpose. I started by walking outside and then I picked up a dog walking gig. So guaranteed, I was committed and I had to walk Bonnie, the Bernese mountain dog puppy. She was so depending on me and so happy to see me every day. It was just joyous. And that small feel-good experience brought so much more purpose into my life. Plus, that daily movement and the opportunity to be outside helped me to feel so much better physically as well as mentally. There are countless studies that support the positive impacts that just a walk outdoors has on depression and anxiety. Find something that gets you moving, and bonus points if it makes you smile and if it's outdoors. If you struggle with making it happen, consider committing to a class, a group, or even a gig like I did. What's one way that you can add just a little bit of movement into your day? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're up to. The second is reclaim your style. I refused to buy new clothes at this stage because I was determined to lose the weight. So I got creative with what I had. So I built a bunch of fresh new outfits around what fit at the time. Scarves and earrings because we know they're always guaranteed to fit. And then, yes, leggings, black leggings. And not only was I comfortable, but I also felt instantly more put together. So if you're on a weight loss journey, I so get you. You don't want to go and spend a whole bunch of money on new clothes. And you don't need a whole new wardrobe. Just make a couple of new outfits that make you feel good. There's such relief and ease in doing this. Have you ever dreaded getting dressed for work every day or attending an event because you didn't have anything to wear? Now, I see you. Yes, you have. I know you have because I have. And every style client I've ever worked with has felt exactly the same way. By creating some outfits in advance, you're going to start your day off in a much more positive mindset. You're going to eliminate that morning panic and total dread before you have an event to attend. The next is I got curious about my body. I stopped relying on my menopause specialist and on HRT. Now, don't get me wrong, both were an absolute savior, but I wanted to learn more about what my body was going through and what I could expect in the years to come. I wanted to feel more in control of my journey and in control of my health. And so I started learning about menopause and all the different phases and what my body would experience and also about what I needed. And the more I knew and the more that I learned, the more empowered I felt. And that deep dive led me into pursuing my certification. You know what's cool is that we are living in such a wonderful time right now. Perimenopause and menopause are having this huge moment. More and more information and treatments are becoming available to us. And there's some incredible books on the topic. So get curious and take control. What's one thing about menopause or perimenopause that you wish you knew right now? Let me know in the comments below. Next up, lift heavy, even if it's uncomfortable at first. The gym totally terrified me. I felt like the only chunky middle-aged woman in there, but I kept showing up day after day and lifting weights. Once I got over feeling self-conscious, it made me feel kick ass. And not just physically, but mentally too. And if you've ever lifted weights, you know what I mean, right? It makes you feel like fierce. It's an amazing, empowering feeling. And now I feel like I belong at the gym. There's a family that not a family, but a gym family. We kind of all go at the same time every day. And some people in the gym even call me the jacked lady. Last week, a young woman told me that my butt is looking amazing. So, yeah, at first I felt out of place and intimidated, but now I'm known as the jacked lady. Kind of fun. I know that you can do this too. Get into resistance training and start to lift heavy. Not only are you going to feel incredible confidence from lifting weights, but there are so many other amazing benefits. And I'm going to be talking about those amazing benefits in future videos. So stick with me. And if you'd like to continue this journey of reclaiming your confidence together, hit subscribe. Let's talk about playing with your appearance for fun. Makeup and skincare became a creative escape for me again. I desperately wanted to get all the attention off of my body and into a place where I felt some more control up here. And that's where I started to focus my creative magic again. I experimented and played, and I tried new products and new techniques and things. And it wasn't about looking younger. It was about feeling like me again. Get this, there's actually some studies that support the psychological benefits of this. I'm going to read this to you. All right. Engaging in a makeup routine can serve as a grounding technique, helping individuals focus on the present moment and interrupt negative thought patterns. Regular application of makeup has been associated with enhancing self-esteem, a sense of control, creativity, and improved social interactions, all contributing to better mental health. And no, I didn't make that up, and I knew I was onto something. And one more thing here, psychologists note that updating our hair color or our hairstyle can symbolize a fresh start, increase our self-confidence, and emotionally turn the page, especially during challenging life transitions. It sounds to me like, ladies, we need to book a haircut. Have you ever felt that positive, excited for what's next feeling after a new haircut or new hairstyle or color? That extra little boost, that spring in your step that comes from trying even a new lipstick shade or hairstyle. What's one small thing that you can do this week, maybe even today, that's going to help you feel more put together, more like yourself, your fresh self? Let's inspire each other and share below. All right, finally, take a bold step before you're ready. I stopped waiting to feel ready, and I started to take small, messy little steps. And one of them was starting this, creating my YouTube channel, A More Interesting Age. And let me tell you, something incredible happens when you start showing up for yourself. Confidence isn't a switch that we flip. It's a muscle that we actually build. So let's turn the comment section below into the confidence comeback wall of inspiration and support for each other. What's one step that you're committing to doing this week? Because confidence, it's contagious, and it starts with one little step. So let's take that step together. And that's why I'm here, having these conversations with you, because no woman should have to go this alone. And now I want to hear from you. Can you relate to anything that I've shared today? Have you ever felt like perimenopause and menopause has undermined your confidence? Drop me a thumbs up in the comments if you are ready to take your confidence back. And you are stronger than you think you are. And this is just the beginning. Because if I can do this, you can do this. If you'd like to learn about the 5 habits that I changed to get a flatter tummy, you're going to want to tune in to this video next. I can't wait to see you next time.